Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full face of makeup, no edits video. I'm very nervous to do this video because I edit my videos a lot in the sense that I stutter and I say a lot of ahs and ums and it drives me crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and try to see, I'm making mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and try and take it slow and not be nervous, and just take you guys through all the steps, no edits. I have some questions that you guys kindly asked so that we can fill any awkward silences by talking some more. So before I get started doing my makeup, let's go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for 15,000 subscribers. It means the absolute world to me. Let's just go ahead and get started. So I did already do my eyebrows because just add 15 minutes to however long this video takes. That takes forever, okay? And then I have you guys a little closer than usual because I want to do your the eyes and I want you guys to see that, and also the face, so I thought this would be just kind of like a good distance. I also I have a couple of little hives right here. I had someone yesterday tell me my skin looks so good. Oh my god, your skin looks so good, what are you doing, this and that, and like those weren't there. My grandma would say she gave me the evil eye, you know, mal de ojo. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was a coincidence. Hi Jenna, if you're watching. Anyways, I'm joking. I am breaking out, and I wasn't even wearing makeup yesterday, so I don't know why I'm breaking out, but yeah. Let's get started. For today's look, I thought I wanted to use the Natasha Denona Lila palette because this palette is not mine. This is my friend Deb's. She has my Metropolis palette, I have her Lila palette. We swapped because we wanted to like try out Natasha's different palettes basically, and I had never tried this one. So I think I want to try this one since I've never used it on camera. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with my Makeup Forever eyelid primer. I am very nervous that I can't edit anything in this video. I will have to say though, my camera stops recording at 30 minutes, so you will see a little jump at some point because I have to press record again. So I'm using my 57 brush from Sephora collection and I'm just spreading my primer all over my eyelids. There we go. I just got some more of my Sephora collection brush cleaner, so my brushes are clean. What is this? Do I have it here? There we go. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to do this color here first, and then I'm going to intensify it with this one. I'm using my Morphe E23 for the first color, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend it on the crease. That is a lot darker than I was expecting, but yeah, this brush is really good at blending, so we'll just blend, 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 blend. Whenever that happens, see how ugly that looks? That's very easily fixed, and I'll show you guys in a second. I think my primer wasn't dry yet because this kind of looks creamy. It's weird. It's fine, it's fine. We'll fix it all. Let me get a little piece of cotton and we can start fixing things. See? Easy. Okay, I'm gonna have to put you guys a little further away because when I get really close, the camera doesn't focus. Other way. There we go. Is that too far? That's okay. You'll just be there. I clean my brush on my paper towel so that I don't have anything else on it. And I'm still blending that color. Now it's like a nice wash. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. back and forth, windshield wiper motions, like I always tell you guys. I don't know how it's already been 5 minutes, I mean, since I started recording, and we're only on the first step on the eyes. That's the other thing that was making me nervous about this video. How long is it going to be? I don't know. While I blend, I'm going to go ahead and pull out your guys' questions and we can start answering those. I'm going to go ahead and get into the second color that I told you guys about, and I'm going to do it with my number 10 brush from Sephora collection. I'm going to start right here on the outer corner and start blending it in. Okay, so Kim asked, if you had to choose one out of all of your eyeshadow palettes that you own, which one would it be? That is a very hard question. I think my favorite palette to go back to is the Desi and Katie Friendcation palette. It just has my perfect like types of shades, and it has the best natural colors with the most fantastic sparkles, but it also has like some pops of color. I love that palette so much. Whenever I go anywhere, that is the palette that I take with me. It's the freaking best. So I think that would be the palette of my choice if I ever had to just keep one, which hopefully that never happens, because I mean that would suck. Oh wait, I usually also cut my cousins out. Oh, this is not, I don't know, I'm stressed about this video, you guys, but you wanted it. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So I'm putting it on the outer corner, like from outer corner down and then into the crease. And that's how I am blending it. Should we go to the second question? Nicole asks, who's your favorite makeup artist slash beauty YouTuber? That is, let's see. I love, as far as YouTubers are concerned, I love watching Samantha Ravindell. She's my freaking favorite. I love her sense of humor. I wish I could be funny on my videos. I feel like I am funny-ish in real life, but on my videos I can never be funny. Because I'm just awkward, I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? I also really love Raw Beauty Christie, because she also has a great sense of humor and I find her channel entertaining. I do feel like she's doing, I don't know, she does a lot of get ready with me, which I don't mind, but they're also not my favorite thing to watch. So I don't know, she's still my favorite. I really like her. I've always liked Jaclyn Hill, but she is not my favorite as of lately, even though I do still watch everything she posts. Let's see. Well, I mean Tati. I love Tati. Tati is the best and I love her too. So there's 4 YouTubers as opposed to the one that you asked for. Let's see. You know what? Damn it, I was going to tell you somebody else and I forgot her name. Okay, if I remember. Oh, Mel Thompson. I love her channel too, and I love that she reviews everything, even though she gets PR, and it annoys me that she gets the stuff and reviews it before I can. Because she is so on top of everything that comes out that I like. So I like her channel too. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to get things and like do videos on it as soon as I get them and not have to wait for them to like be released. That would be so nice. That would be so nice. Okay, so favorite makeup artist. I feel like I don't follow a lot of makeup artists on anywhere. I love Charlotte Tilbury. Even though I don't like his products because I've tried them and I hate them all, I do like Patrick Ta's makeup looks. I think he's very talented. I'm going to use, I think, this shade down here and then this one for the inner part. So Patrick Ta, Charlotte Tilbury. I love everything Pat McGrath posts on Instagram, but those are not her looks. I think those are looks that other people create for her as far as like the makeup stuff. So I don't know how much of that is Pat McGrath herself, but her Instagram is popping. I really like it. I think that would be it for that. So I'm just grabbing my 13 brush from Sephora collection and I am putting it in the center of the eye, blending it into the outer corner color. And then I'm going to use that second color I showed you, the lighter one, and I'm going to put it on the inner part. Just like that. You know what, guys? I think I'm not going to like chop anything out of this video for sure. But if I cuss and I want to bleep it out, I will. Because this is, you know, I don't make that much of YouTube, and if YouTube demonetizes my video because I said, then that's not cool. So I will probably just take cuss words out, but I'm not going to fix anything else. Okay, that looks beautiful. I'm going to go back with my number 10 and the second color we used, that one up there, and just intensify this outer part. Make sure that it's still nice and pretty. This brush is a little too big for this step, but it was the first one I grabbed, so I am sticking with it. Okay, I like that. Let's do the other eye with the shimmers. And again, I'm using my number 13 brush. I think it's going to drive me crazy that I can't take ums and ahs out of the video. Christian has seen editing my videos before and he has said, oh my god, you're such a bitch to yourself, because I get so angry every time I said or because I say it so much. It's very annoying. And I've tried like watching videos on like how to prevent yourself from saying that, like public speech videos and whatnot, and they like show you exercises to do to not do it, and I still do it. I still do it a lot. It's very annoying. Okay, so I'm just again putting that shimmer shade in the center, taking it all the way to the crease, and I'm going to grab the lighter color now. I love that the lighter color has a shift of purple. It's really beautiful. So we're putting it on the inner part. These apply kind of like cream. They're so creamy. Is that even? I always check for things to be even, so always take a step back and like try and see if it looks the same on both eyes. That's something I've never told you guys before, because I always do it when you guys are not watching. But checking for evenness is important. You don't want to have a wonky eye, even though I already have a wonky eye. But that one's naturally wonky. We don't want to make it unnaturally wonky. Okay, I think that's good enough for the top of the eyes. That's where we're going to leave it. I'm going to answer another question. Are you a makeup artist? I don't know. I feel like there's different concepts on what makeup artists are out there. I think I'm a makeup artist. I've worked in the makeup industry for over 4.5 years. I do people's makeup at work. I think I do a pretty good job at it. So I consider myself a makeup artist. I never went to school for it because I went to school for business, so I'll tell you that. But hold on, I'm looking for my primer. Smart me would have gotten things out of the drawer so that you guys wouldn't have to witness that. So this is my Stila primer, and I'm just going to put it on with my beauty blender. This is the One Step Correct, best for days where you're super red like today. I was saying, I've also, like, for instance, I have worked with people who are freshly out of school, meaning like they've just graduated from like beauty school basically, and I consider that maybe because I have a little more experience than them, I do a better job. Like, what, you know, I don't know. Yes, I think I'm a makeup artist, but I don't have a title. My title says Bachelor's in Business Administration. I have a degree in marketing and a degree in international business. But what I love to do is makeup, so I feel like, you know, I put more effort into that than anything else. I think the following question probably was something similar. Oh no. By the way, the previous question was asked by Dewey Liz Smith. And you know why? While I blend, let me just go ahead and go on a rant. I had a whole thing with someone who's now blocked from my channel over whether or not I was a makeup artist, because in this person's mind, you're only a makeup artist if you work in photo shoots, fashion shows, or like TV or movie. What do you guys think about that? Can I only be considered a makeup artist if that's what I do for like that type of work? Can I not be considered a makeup artist if I do people's makeups to go to parties? Because yeah, anyways, I don't want to waste my time talking about that person who I don't know, about that random strangers who just commented on my channel. But yeah, she had this concept that like you would only consider a makeup artist if you do photo shoots and whatever. I don't know. I'm going to use my Pat McGrath foundation because I love it. Okay, so the Blue Azul 03 said, what's your favorite foundation? I have two favorites at the moment, and I cannot choose between the two. I refuse to pick. Don't make me. I love the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, the new one, her Flawless one. Love that one. And I love the Pat McGrath foundation. Those are my two favorites. I like them both for different things. I think the Charlotte Tilbury gives me a bit more coverage. Like, you wouldn't be seeing that still through that one. And this Pat McGrath one looks a bit more natural. Like, on days like today, I should probably have gone for the Charlotte Tilbury because my skin is just not at its best. But I already picked this one, so we're just gonna go ahead and go for it. But yeah, I love both. And I'm not going to pick because they're both my favorite. I like them both the same for different reasons. I don't know. So I'm, as you see, just blending it in with my beauty blender. And I like to go like this a little bit so that it blends down my neck. And just bounce, bounce, bounce. I will say, like, when I did my foundation roundup video, the one reason I think I picked Charlotte Tilbury over this one is because, first of all, it has better coverage, so in that sense I do like it better. I'm going to go ahead and use some of it actually right now because I want a little bit extra coverage right here. And just this Pat McGrath one is just so expensive, and I think the Charlotte Tilbury is amazing and it just performs so well, and it is not that expensive. So yeah, I guess I'm sticking to my foundation video and saying that the Charlotte Tilbury is better, but I love that Pat McGrath foundation too. It's so good. Okay, let's see if we have more questions while I keep blending foundation. Okay. Lisa said, what do you think of microblading brows? Maybe I already addressed it, but I can't recall. Your brows always look so nice, but I can't seem to do the same using brow products. Lisa, I get it. It takes a lot of practice and patience. I did mention it took me 15 minutes to do that, to do mine. And I know that not everybody sets apart that much time to do their eyebrows, or, you know, whatever. Anyways, I honestly do like microbladed brows, but I feel like if you're going to go ahead and go for it, do a lot of research on whoever you're going to. Go ahead and make sure you see their previous work and that you like it, because I've seen some funky brows out there, and you don't want to go to someone who gives you funky brows. You want to go to someone who gives you fierce, super nice brows. I will also say, I've seen how they fade out, and I don't love the way they fade out. So if you're going to do it, make sure you stick to it and you go get your touch-ups and you do it like however much time you have to go do it, because it's not cute when they start looking grayish or like inky-ish, you know. With that said though, if you do the right research and you go to the right people and you get your touch-ups and all of that, I think they look so nice. I've thought about microblading my own brows before. Not like me myself, but like, you know, going and doing it. But I've never actually gone for it because I am too scared. And that is the truth about that. Okay, foundation is finally on. Let's get some concealer. Oh, this is my new one, so not that one. Woo! Okay, so I'll go ahead and use my YSL. This is the 0.75 in the YSL full cover concealer. I love this stuff. It's so nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it underneath my eyes. I like to do these wing looking things. Spread it out from the center outwards. Just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Like that, and then I do a little on my chin, a little on my forehead. And right here. Okay, so then we're going to start blending, and I'm going to grab another question while we blend. Roxana said, I feel like when I open a palette, I always end up with the same eye look. Where do you get your inspiration to work so many looks? Let's see. I feel like I would probably, before, when I do my own makeup just for me, I usually tend to gravitate towards the same products or the same colors all the time as well, just because I feel like those are the ones that are going to look the best on me. I challenge myself for you guys, basically. Like when I open a palette and I'm doing a 5 looks 1 palette, I try to think, you know, to do looks with as many colors as I can use, because my purpose is that you guys can use your palette like to the most of your ability. Like I don't want you guys to be like, oh, I have this like $129 palettes, but I only ever use 3 shades from it. Like that's not cool. I want you guys to use as much as you can from your palette. So when I open up a palette, I want you guys to you know, I think basically of you and of creating different looks that would work for everybody. I want them to be natural, not crazy. I want them to be easy to recreate, and I want to use as much as I can from each palette that I do a 5 looks 1 palette on, so that you guys can use the most you can out of your palette. So I think the main reason I'm able to do that or create so many looks is because I'm not thinking of me and what I like. I am thinking of just creating looks for different tastes and whatnot, you know? Like sometimes I think a look is boring and you guys are like, oh my god, I love it, and you know, that's okay. I personally didn't, but I made it for you, so as long as you love it, then I succeeded, you know? I'm going ahead with my 57 and just blending that inner corner because I couldn't get my beauty blender in there. So while my eyes or my under eyes set, I'm going to do some cream contouring with my favorite cream contour thing to ever exist, my Huda Beauty Tantour. I'm going to pause the video here for a second and like start recording again, just because it's getting to the 30-minute mark and I know it's going to stop recording any minute and I'm not going to notice. I'm back. You guys literally just stopped watching me for 1 second. Okay, so for my contour, I'm going to use my number 56 brush from Sephora collection. You guys, I hit pan on this. You see it? Do you see it right there? It makes me so happy, even though I have a lot of product left. Okay, so we're gonna do that and this, and we're going to go around it. I just go boop boop and then start patting it on. Okay, just like that, and now we're gonna start blending. Ah! Sorry, things were falling. Alright, let's do the cheeks first. I just tap it and tap it and tap it until things look a little softer. Tap, 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 tap. This is gonna take me a while, so let's do another question. Boom, did that. Okay. By the way, I hope that answered your question, Roxana. Hopefully, I don't know. Okay, so Nora says, yay, which brushes do you recommend for eyeshadow blending? How many would be ideal to have? And how can I apply my foundation with a brush without it leaving it patchy? Okay, so as far as brushes, I mainly have Sephora collection brushes, Morphe brushes, and Sigma brushes. My first brushes I ever had were Sigma brushes. Back when Jaclyn Hill worked with them, I'm talking like 6 to 7 years ago, she released a brush set with Sigma that had her favorite blending brushes, and it had a foundation brush, and it had, I think that was it. I think like a few eye brushes and a foundation brush. So I bought that. That was like a major purchase for me at the time because it was like $70 something. I had never spent that much money on makeup, but I wanted the brushes. I knew they were good quality. To this day, and like I said, it's been, I'm going to use my beauty blender, it's been like 6 or 7 years. I have the same brushes. Sigma brushes are great quality and I like them, and I use them for almost every video. And Sigma was the first and only brand so far that like has reached out to me and sent me a box of goodies, and they gave me a discount code and all of that, so they make me like them even more. So I got a couple extra brushes from when they sent me that. I have a video on it. It's called like my first PR kit or something like that, where I unboxed everything. And I have a Sigma code. It's Patty. If you guys ever want to make a Sigma purchase and use it, I think Sigma brushes are incredible. And I always use them. I think as far as how many you need to have, I don't think it's about the quantity, but like the shape of them. You definitely need a big fluffy brush like this Sephora collection number 10 or the Sigma E40. See how they're like, they just like spread out basically. You want one like that for the transition shade. Then you also want a more pinched brush like the Sigma E25 or the Sephora collection, what is this, number 27. See, so these are pinched on the sides, and that is very helpful, because you want to put color on the outer corner and make it not go as high. So you need one of those as well. Definitely need a brush to pack color on your eyelid. I don't have a Sigma one for that I love, to be honest with you. I love Sephora collection brushes for that. Number 13, 15, and 18 from Sephora collection are my favorite flat brushes. Number 18 is really teeny tiny and I love it. It's so nice for like inner corner, underneath the eyes, all of that. Morphe brushes are great too, and they're affordable, so you can always find Morphe brushes that you like. I have a video on my channel where I made a like affordable brush kit that I just like put together myself basically, and it's from Morphe, so you can look for that one. I don't know what it's called, but I guess if you type like Patty Morphe brushes something, $50, something like that, it'll come up, because it was like, you know, a best brush set to have under 50 or for 50 or something like that. And so those are my favorite brushes from Morphe that I recommend, and those are all the ones that I think you need to do your whole face of makeup. And then as far as what brush to use for your foundation to like make it not look patchy, I think you need something very dense. Sorry, I'm like working on things here. You need something very dense, and you need to be consistent at cleaning it. I think my foundation starts looking not right with the brush the moment my brush gets dirty. So for instance, this is a number 56 that I just used for my contour, and it's dirty, and you can see that like the bristles, they start clumping up together, and if I were to use this brush for foundation in the future, I would get streaks because the bristles are like in little bunches basically, versus when you have a clean number 56, it's a lot softer and every hair is like independent basically, so it's not going to give you any streaks. So just make sure that you are cleaning it to the best of your abilities, the most you can. I'm going to use my Huda powder next, and I'm going to, like underneath my eyes, I'm just smoothing everything out because I let my concealer sit for a while without powdering it, so you know, it creased. But we're going to take the creases out and then we're going to powder it. I'm going to go back to my little palette and use it for a mirror. There we go. And this is my Huda powder. I think it's called Pound Cake, the color that I have, and I love it. And I'm just packing it underneath my eyes with my sponge. If any of you watched this whole video from the beginning to end without skipping it, please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm very curious. My husband is horrible at like watching YouTube videos. Like he'll watch YouTube videos, but he skips through the whole thing. Like he gets bored so easily, he just skips to the end of the video or skips to the part he wanted to hear. And I just can't watch videos like that. I am the person that watches the whole thing. I don't skip. What type of YouTube watcher are you? Do you skip through the whole video? Do you skip to your favorite part? Do you watch the whole thing? If I watch something, I'm committed. I'm watching the whole thing. Sometimes I lose interest and I'll like stop watching in the middle, and then I'll get back to the video like the next day or whatever. But that's the most I do. If I'm watching, I usually watch the whole thing from beginning to end without skipping. I'm interested to know your guys' answer on that. Do you skip? Maybe you skip through this part and you're not going to answer because you didn't see this. Okay, so by the way, I used my 79 brush from Sephora collection to dust off my powder, and I'm going to, oh, I don't know why I put it away. I'm going to get some more of that Huda powder to put underneath my cheeks to kind of cut that contour a little bit. Yeah, let's do it here. There we go. Boom. Okay. Let's bronze some more. I'm going to use my bronzer, my butter bronzer by Physicians Formula, which has a big old hole in the middle of it, and I love that. I love using my products. And I'm just going ahead and blending it on my cheeks. This is the M530 from Morphe. It's my favorite brush for bronzer for sure. I love it. And I'm just going to bronze kind of over where I contour. And I'm not going to contour my nose very heavily. I'm just going to pinch this brush and, like, I don't know, just put a little bit of bronzer around the tip of it. Just like that. I'm going to also bronze up under here. And I like to do the sides of my neck. And I'm going to go ahead and dust off the powder. Okay, so let's go to another question. Okay, so Graciela says, when did you get into makeup? What does your family and friends think about you being on YouTube? Ever consider being a pro MUA? So I got into makeup honestly by watching a lot of YouTube videos and like just loving this industry and loving what like making makeup videos was about. I learned a lot from a lot of OG YouTubers. I was in college back then and working full-time, so I didn't really have time to begin. I tried. I actually really tried. I didn't have equipment. I didn't have anything to start with, so I just watched and learned and practiced. I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with some setting spray. And I just loved doing makeup on myself. I loved learning new techniques. It just that feeling that you get when you do a good job at your makeup and you look pretty and the people celebrate it and like all of that. I love that. You guys sometimes leave me comments that you recreate my looks and you get so many compliments and like that makes your day. Same. You know, so I also have the patience for it. I think sometimes people at the store will tell me like, I don't know how you guys have the patience to do this, like it's so time consuming, Doing makeup relaxes me. I don't think it is a waste of time or too time consuming. It's my freaking favorite thing to do. Okay, so that's how I got into it. I was working full-time, going to school full-time, and in my spare time I would watch YouTube videos. I actually tried to start a YouTube channel back then. Sorry, something fell. And I would record myself on my laptop. I had an old MacBook Pro back then, and then try and edit and upload those videos. The The problem was, after like my third video or so, the footage and the voice wouldn't be connected, and I didn't know how to fix it. So I didn't have anything else to record me in. So it was very frustrating. I didn't have the money to buy a camera or anything like that. So I just stopped doing it. So I had like 4 videos, and they've been since deleted. They were on this channel, but I deleted them all before I restarted. I do have my first one I did that is just hidden, and like I don't think it'll be ever posted, that I didn't delete just because like memories, you know. But other than that, everything's been deleted. So yeah, also they're just, you know, kind of shitty. Okay, I'm gonna do my under eyes. I feel like I have something on my mouth. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to grab my M506. Ouch. Yes, M506 and my number 18 brush from Sephora collection, if I find it. No. Oh, here we go. Yes, my number 18 from Sephora collection. I'm putting things away as I do this, so I'm so sorry that it's just taking longer. So with my 18 brush from Sephora collection, I'm going to get that lighter shade and put it on the inner corner. Like this. Just patting it in, making it meet with that same color that we already had on the inner corner. Just like that. And then with the M506, I'm grabbing the first color we used and putting it right underneath. And I'm just blending back and forth. And the same thing on the other eye, just blend, 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 back and forth, make it connect at the end. I'm going to clean my number 18 on my paper towel that I have right in front of me, and I'm going to grab, I think this color here, because why not? This like nice purpley shade. And I'm going to put it right underneath my lower lash line. Oh yeah, that's pretty, I like that. Going back to my question about how I come up with like looks and whatnot, everything doesn't always work, you know. I have definitely tried combining colors before that just don't look good together, and I just end up either taking it off and refilming it a different day, or taking it off and fixing it. When I do 5 looks 1 palette, most of the times I do this eye first, so I try the look on here, and then here I just kind of do it already knowing what I'm going to do. So I've, you know, on my 5 looks 1 palettes with 5 looks 1 palette video with the Alyssa Edwards palette, my favorite look from that video, which is the one that's like a cut crease and it has a yellow and it's got pinks, and I don't know, I love those colors. I think it's so beautiful. And anyways, that look, I had tried to put a blue in there and I hated it so much. I wiped it off, not the entire thing, but like the inner part of the eyelid here. I had to wipe it off and redo it, and then when I did it again, I loved it. But you know, that just goes to show that, you know, it doesn't always work out the way I envision, and sometimes I have to go back and redo it a different way that will look better. Now I feel like I have more purple under one eye than the other. This is what I mean when I tell you guys to like look at it from a little further away, because I didn't notice that when I was putting it on. But this eye now looks like more purple than this one, so I'm just going to go back and add more to this one here. Back with the M506. Just gonna blend out that color. And then with the 79, I'm going to take off any fallout. Okay. Let's do some liner. Let's do some black liner. This one is from Makeup Forever. I'm gonna put it on the waterline right here. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit right in between my lashes to just smudge, and I'm going to do that immediately. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but just by feeling it, I'm hoping that I'm smudging something out. Yeah, that looks good. Same thing on here. And with the tip of my brush, I'm just going to smudge it. My eyes closed. My eyes are very sensitive, so there's a lot I can't do with them open. Like especially working underneath my eyes. Ooh, I can't. I went back to this one just to make sure things looked even. See, that just like darkened things up a little bit. Back with the M506, I just want to even everything out. And let's go ahead and do mascara. Mascara takes me a very long time to do because I want to have super fabulous lashes. I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This little tube I got for 100 points a million years ago, and I am still working on it. I think it still has some left, and yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it. This is one of those very long awkward silences we have to cover with questions. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even finish responding to this question. What does your family and friends think about you being on YouTube? I'm not sure. I think they're all okay with it. My dad's kind of like weirded out, I think, by it maybe a little bit. Like he just doesn't know a lot about it. He knows some people can make a living out of it. He knows, you know, like I tell him how much I make or whatever sometimes, and like I don't know, I feel like he's more focused on me growing professionally, not on YouTube rather than here, but that's okay. If you're going to do YouTube, honestly, if you ask this because you maybe are thinking about getting into YouTube, I think the best thing for you to do is not worry about what other people's perception of you doing YouTube is. That is the thing that needs to be the least on your mind, because you're doing this for you, not for anybody else, and what people think about it is not relevant. If you make it and you end up being able to live off of it or whatever, then everybody's gonna be happy about it, and they're not ever going to think twice about you being on YouTube, I don't think. So yeah, if this is something that you want to do, then do it for you. Don't think about what anybody else is thinking. I think that's why it took me so long, like from when I started with my laptop and then deleted my videos and whatnot to when I actually started doing it again. It was just a lot of me convincing myself that this is for me and this is what I want to do, and who cares what other people think, and you know, all of that. If you don't go for it, then you'll never know whether or not you could have done it, you know? Ever consider being a pro MUA? Graciela, I don't know what you mean by that. I would say it's hard if pro MUA means having your own clients and going from house to house doing people's makeup or working on photo shoots and things like that. It's hard to get into that industry of photo shoots and that type of thing because you need to have connections for that. As far as going from house to house and doing people's makeup at home and all of that, I think you just need to build a clientele, and I haven't taken the time to build a clientele. So yeah, I don't know, I hope that works. Alex said, what is your day job? I love your videos, by the way. Thank you so much, Alex. My day job is currently Sephora. I work at Sephora. I'm a services lead there now. I've been there for a very long time. I didn't start as a manager, but I am a manager now. Well, a lead, which is, I don't know, it's Sephora terms for a kind of manager. So that's my day job. How long have you worked at Sephora? Deborah Bianco asked. I have worked at Sephora for 4.5 years. In April it would be 5. Yeah, long time. I started as a full-time cashier. I did it right after I moved to Georgia. So I started as a full-time cashier and I grew from there. Let's see, more questions. Cynthia asked, how do you finance your channel? Well, Cynthia, I definitely had to start somewhere. And you can't ever wait for the perfect time to start your channel, because that perfect time is very rarely there. You're not going to start by being the best at speaking. You're not going to start by being the best at editing. You're not going to start by having the best equipment. So I made an initial investment. I had my laptop from college. It was a MacBook Pro, a 13-inch MacBook Pro from like 2012, I think. So I was editing on that on iMovie. And then I think that's her following question. Hold on. Do you still work another job? Yes, I work at Sephora. I worked there forever. I worked there full-time. Full-time benefits, all of that. This is my extra job, my part-time job. I do it on my spare time. This is, my side job. Yes, I work another job. That's actually kind of how I guess I finance my channel, because I made an initial investment from my money that I make at my regular job to start my channel here. So yes, I work another job. How long did it take for your channel to gain in views? A long time. My channel's been a labor of love for a long time. For the first year, I had barely any views. If any one of my videos got to 100 views, that was something for me to celebrate. I was still figuring out how to make my channel gain views. It was hard. But it was, I love doing it. And whenever you guys did comment, my few subscribers that I had back then, I lived for those moments. And growth on YouTube is exponential. It took me a whole year and a few months to get to 1,000 subscribers. It took me like a year and 2 months or so. And within that same time, the next year, like at maybe 2 years and 4 months or something like that, I was at 10,000 subscribers. So definitely not linear worth. I obviously learned little tips and tricks on how to make your videos get seen, or things that just work for me for my videos. I'm going to pause a little bit because it's gonna stop. It's gonna be about to stop again. It's at 27 minutes. I'm back. So yeah, it took a long time for my channel to start being seen. How long did it take before you started to get any money back from YouTube? So YouTube has this thing where if you don't have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can't monetize your channel. It took me the same time to get to both things. I got to the 1,000 subscribers one day, and that same night or the night before I got to the 4,000 hours of view time. So it took me a year and 2 months to be able to monetize my channel. So that was very exciting. I remember the struggle that it was to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then she had more questions. What equipment did you have when you first started? Lighting, mic, lenses, etc. Okay, so I had a Canon Alpha 6000. If you guys watch any of my old videos, you'll see the shitty quality that that camera had when filming. But that's what I had for almost 2 years on my channel, because that's the camera that I had just to take pictures in general. So that's the camera that I used to start my channel, because I wasn't going to spend a fortune on a new camera on something that I had no idea whether or not I was going to stick to, or something I had no idea would work or anything like that. So after almost 2 years, like 1 year and like 11 months, I switched my camera. I didn't have a mic back then. I would just record with the mic that that camera had. And for lighting, I had my 2 soft boxes that I still have on each side of me. I did not have the ring light. What do we have now? So I have my soft boxes that have been with me from the beginning. I have a ring light that I acquired after maybe 8 months or so of me having my channel. I switched my camera from the Sony Alpha 6000 to the Canon 80D, which is so much better. It's just so much better. The Canon 80D, I bought this creator kit that comes with a mic that's sitting right on top of it. I also have this mic right here that you guys have never seen, I don't think. This one I used to use when I used to record 5 looks 1 palette videos without talking and just do a voice over. So that's the mic that I would do my voice over with. That's not the way I do it right now, because that takes extra time to edit. So right now I just talk you guys through the process, and then just edit me speaking through the process rather than doing an additional voiceover. So I haven't used that mic in a long time, but that's okay. I'll probably find some use for it in the future. I cannot do, at least I don't think I can, like ASMR videos with it, because I don't know, I feel like it doesn't pick up noises that well. I don't know, it's a weird mic. My husband got it for me. I love it. So that's what I have now. How do you edit your videos? I still edit my videos on iMovie. I also have a new MacBook Pro. So I had a 2012 13-inch MacBook Pro, and this new one I bought almost 2 years ago now, because I bought it, like my husband got it we got it in January last year. So it's going to be 2 years in January since I've had it. It is more inches, it's bigger for sure than a 13-inch. I don't know how many inches it is. I think maybe 17. Is that a thing? 17-inch MacBook Pro, and it is a lot faster, because my other one, oh my god, it would freeze all the time when I was editing. It was a mess to edit on that one. I suffered through it for years, but my videos were so hard to edit because it would freeze and be slow the whole time I was editing my video, basically. But you know, that's what I had at the time, and if I wanted to keep making videos, that's what I had to use. So then I switched my laptop to a better laptop, and yeah, almost done with my lashes. I take my sweet time with them because I want them to look spectacular. So I need to put the cap on my eyeliner because I don't want it to get dry. Back with my 79 brush, I'm just going to make sure I don't have any fallout. And let me get a Q-tip and clean out any mascara messes I might have made. I'm very messy when applying mascara, and I always leave little crumbly thingies behind, you know. Okay, there we go. I'm done with the palette. I like the look a lot. I love that purple underneath my eyes. Very pretty. I'm going to put some brushes away because I don't want this place to be a hot mess by the time I'm done with it. You guys, I have a confession to make. I was very clear about how much I hated the Anastasia foundation when I reviewed it. I also, when I did my foundation video, like where I talked about all the foundations that had come out, it was the one that came out in last place. And I have tried it since, and I actually don't hate it as much as I thought I would, or as I thought I did. I have used it more times, and I don't think it's as drying as I thought it was in that video. I think I might have either put too much of it or just the sponge doesn't work for it, because I have since used it with a brush and I like it a lot better. It's not my favorite foundation by any means, but I wanted just to be very sincere and let you guys know that it is not a horrible, terrible foundation. I think it wouldn't be my last foundation from that video anymore. I don't know which one would come last, but I don't think it would be this one, because I actually think it's pretty nice. So yeah, I don't know why I hated it that much the first time I tried it. I really did not like it, but it's not bad. Now that I've used it with a brush, I think is a lot better than I thought at the time. So I am so sorry, Anastasia foundation, for the things I said about you. Okay, so right now I'm just cleaning up my stuff. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I think I need lips, that's for sure. And I hate leaving messes on this table, because if I do, then things start accumulating and we will not see the end of it. Okay, for lips, I'm just gonna go with a basic one. This one here is my Lip Stories in Tan Lines, I think. Yeah. Nice nude color. That's pretty. I'm going to do another little round of spray. I already did setting spray. Oh my god, I haven't done highlighter or blush. What am I doing? Because my cheeks are so red today, I'm going to skip blush, because I don't even think my foundation did a good job at like hiding my redness all the way. I see some of it still peeking through. I will go ahead and do highlighter. I'm using my Amrezy one, and I'm just gonna put it right here. By the way, that is all of the questions that you guys had. I will tell you, my channel right now is kind of like self-sustaining. Like, I don't think I might not yet have gotten back everything that I invested in it, but at least I make enough that I can pay for the makeup that I review for you guys now. And YouTube is a growing process, so I'm sure at one point I'll be able to get some return back on my investment. And this is still something that I'm very, very passionate about. And so, you know, no regrets. I love doing it. You guys are awesome. You always leave me the sweetest messages, and I love you. This is my makeup look today. I'm going to do some primer water over it just because I feel a little dry. And we're going to go ahead and let that dry. Let me show you guys what it looks like from a little closer. So that is this video for you guys. Again, I am going to bleep any cuss words I said, but other than that, I'm not going to cut anything out of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you skipped any of it or if you watched the whole thing, because I'm very interested in knowing. I know it's a very long video, so like if you skipped, of course I don't blame you for it. I still love you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you learned anything you didn't know before from when I do edit my videos. Like, did I do something different? If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching the video. I love you. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.